Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another tutorial video. This one will be yet another startup tutorial, continuing my short mini series of these that I'm doing because I can't really do anything else on account of my joystick's kind of broken at the moment. But this one will be about the Apache. It's really kind of easy, so I will just get into it. So first thing I want to do, left control C, close the door. Your CPG up there will do it automatically. If you're doing multi-crew, tell your CPG to do the same. First thing will come over here, right click the master ignition over to battery. You can hear that sound come on. Then we'll flip up our APU switch or button cover, depress that, turn the APU on. You hear it come on in a second. There you go. Alright, now we can just get right into starting the engine. So right click the left engine start switch. Watch this gauge go up. I like when it gets to about 10, I'll do left alt and home. You can see this moves forward. And the left throttle lever moves forward from the off position to the idle position. We'll let this one spool up. You can see our main rotor is starting to turn, and our tail rotor is doing the same. That one's all spooled up. The main rotor is just starting to speed up to its kind of low idle RPM. Now we can do the same thing with the right engine. Right click this one up to start. Watch that start to spool up. Right shift and home this time. Move that one to its idle position. You can press right shift and P to toggle the pilot body, because it's a little easier to see switches and things with that. We'll set our right display to the TSD and hit utility, as we're going to be waiting for this to turn green, the position confidence to turn green, so we can use our navigation stuff. And we'll also come down here. You can turn all your lights and things on for whatever conditions you're in. One thing you'll want to do though, regardless, is set your primary lights control all the way to bright or whatever, because we're going to be bore sighting our helmet mounted display, the IHADs. So for that I'll show you how to do it in a second, but you're going to need cursor enter depress, so bind that control. You're also going to need your power levers, either both or left and right. I have an axis for my left one and an axis for my right one. So we'll actually do that right now. So with your power levers, you're going to move those both all the way forward here. Now our main rotor spools up to its normal operating RPM. We can turn our APU off now, close that cover. This one will come over to weapon, and then bore sight, and then IHADs, and we're going to look right in here and try to line this up right in the middle of those concentric rings. Come on. There we go, and just press the cursor enter depress. Now I'll set this one back to engine. I'll uncage our standby ADI. You can set your altitude pressure to whatever you need it to be, your altimeter. And we're just going to wait here for a little bit for these to all get set up. Another thing you can do in the meantime, if you go to weapon, utility, actually you can't do this on the seat, so if you press 2 to go to this seat, if you are in the if you're in the back seat, if you have a CPG, tell them to do this, or they'll do it on their own. CPG will automatically do it, the AI one, the George AI. You can go here to utility, and you can make sure your laser is on. Also, if you have your auxiliary tank fitted, which we do, you want to turn this on so that it works, I think, just to set up your transfer from that tank. And then I think that's about it. We'll just go back to this seat, and we'll continue waiting for that to get all aligned. Oh, I forgot we can set up our common missile warning system. Let's set this to arm. We'll keep this on nav and auto, but you can also set this to bypass. If it's on auto, if it detects a missile coming at you, then it will automatically dispense countermeasures. But if you're working with a 2-ship, it will sometimes, depending on your location to them, it might detect your wingman's missile launch as a threat, and it will automatically dispense them. So I like to have bypass on, and it will detect missile launches, and then, you know, just keep your eyes open. So now we can see this has turned green, the position confidence there. So we can unbox utility, come back to the map page, and then we can increase our range. We have our map. You can also set this to whatever type of map you want. If you want to set it to satellite, which I'll do sometimes, but chart's probably your main default that you want to stick to, but I either do that or satellite typically. So anyway, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you want to consider subscribing, I would really appreciate that. Check out my past tutorials if you want any help with those. Check out any of my future tutorials and future videos that I will surely be uploading in the future. But in the meantime, have a good one, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.